Pretty sure this is the kind of thing I would have gotten burnt at the stake for a few years ago. I'm training to be an old crone who lives in the woods and everyone says is a witch. No, really, I've literally been studying. So today we're making medicine out of this moss. Actually, it is a lichen. This is Usnea. You can tell by the elasticy thread inside, and it is not to be taken lightly. This stuff is an antibacterial that's actually effective against gram-positive bacteria, so stuff like strep and staph and urinary tract infections. It's not a cute little herb that you want to drink every day because it will kill all the good bacteria in your body. According to my extensively researched notes, this is antibacterial, antifungal, antimicrobial, antiparasitic, antibiotic, immunostimulant, and regulator. Apparently, it doesn't just like boost your immune system, like help fight off bad stuff. It helps your immune system to work properly, like from the depths of your body. So if you're having like acute immune problems, like you have a really bad cold or even things like pneumonia, Usnea is going to be your best friend. And honestly, with all the weird sickness going around these days and more people not having healthcare, my husband, it's actually really important to know what options you have, because yeah, at some point you're going to need to go to the hospital if it gets really bad, but maybe you can stop it from getting there if you just know what you can get your hands on. It grows really slowly, so it's something that you want to forage mindfully. So like only forage it in areas where it's abundant and try and only pick it up off like fallen branches on the ground. Also, never take the first that you see and never take all of what you see. I'm realizing I actually didn't really need the mortar and pestle. That was overkill, but it looked cute. I'm just gonna cut it up a little bit to release all the inner goodness. The interesting thing about Usnea is that there's certain elements in it that are best extracted by alcohol, and then there's certain elements that are better extracted by water. So to get the most out of it, you want to do what's called a double extraction. That's a cobweb. Extra protein. So technically you want a 1:6 ratio of this to alcohol, or you can just pour alcohol over it. You want a 90 proof alcohol at least. I'm using a 97% proof gin. So we're just gonna cover this with gin. Beautiful. So this is the first extraction. This is going to sit for 2 to 4 weeks and get all the goodness it possibly can out of this Usnea. And then we're going to strain off the alcohol and then boil the Usnea and keep adding water and cook it down and down and down until we get a really concentrated decoction, which is like a very strong tea. Then we're going to mix the decoction and the tincture together, and that's going to be our medicine. We're going to label. A good crone always labels. Usnea, gin, label. Perfect. This goes in a dark place for 2 to 4 weeks. You don't have to do anything to it. Just let it sit. And then come back to me and we'll make our decoction. If you want to get weird with me, all of my Usnea info is going on Substack and Patreon, and my print is going to be available shortly.